The expectations placed upon women are vast and intricate, woven into the very fabric of society. These expectations manifest in various ways through media, family dynamics, friendships, and even the workplace. But beneath it all lies a truth that too many women forget. Your worth cannot be confined to someone else's idea of you. We live in a world that often tries to reduce people to labels, but these labels do not capture the essence of who you are. When you start seeing beyond these imposed limitations, when you start redefining yourself in your own terms, that is when true liberation begins. The key to breaking free lies not in rejecting society outright, but in rejecting the idea that you must live by its limited definitions of beauty, success, or purpose. You are not just the image that others project onto you. You are not simply the woman that the world expects you to be based on outdated norms and stereotypes. There's a much deeper reality that you can tap into, a reality where your self-worth is rooted in your values, your dreams, and your innate potential, not in how society measures you. This is where the journey begins, when you realize that you are more than what others see, when you decide that the person you are becoming is shaped not by the voices around you, but by the voice inside you. For too long, women have been held to impossible standards, standards that are not only unattainable, but also arbitrary. These standards say that you must be perfect, always poised, always attractive, always nurturing, always accommodating. They tell you that your success must come from pleasing others, whether that's through physical beauty, professional accomplishment, or the ideal family life. But this is not the truth. Perfection is an illusion, and to live in the pursuit of it is to imprison yourself. Perfection demands the denial of imperfection, the rejection of your most human qualities, flaws, emotions, and struggles that make you real and relatable. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm, Winston Churchill once said. This quote highlights an important aspect of life. Perfection isn't the goal, growth is. Every step you take towards becoming a better version of yourself is success in itself. Yet many women, having been conditioned to measure their worth against impossible standards, feel like they are constantly falling short. But here's the truth. Each mistake, each setback, each challenge you face is an opportunity for growth. Embrace them because they are the building blocks of the person you're becoming. You see, true empowerment comes when you can stand tall in your own identity, when you look in the mirror and see not just the reflection of society's expectations, but the reflection of your deepest truths. When you stop comparing yourself to others and start measuring your own progress based on the values that matter most to you, that's when your life changes. You begin to realize that you do not need validation from external sources. You do not need others to affirm your worth. It is already there, waiting for you to claim it. We have been conditioned to believe that our value lies in external measures, how we look, what we own, where we work, what others think of us. But these are all fleeting and unreliable markers. Beauty fades, trends change, positions shift. The only thing that remains constant is who you are at your core. If you can tap into that essence, if you can get in touch with the values that resonate with your soul, you'll find that you don't need to chase after external validation. You'll find that the validation you truly need is already within you. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail, Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote. This quote encapsulates the journey of breaking free from society's expectations. You do not need to follow the paths that others have walked. You do not need to adhere to the rules that have been handed down to you by previous generations. Your path is uniquely yours to create. When you walk it, you will leave a trail that others can follow, not because you are doing what they expect, but because you are doing what is true to your own heart. This journey of self-discovery requires courage. The courage to question the beliefs you've been taught, the courage to challenge the expectations placed on you, and the courage to stand firm in your identity, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. It is in this space of discomfort that growth occurs. The path to freedom is not always easy, but it is always worth it. And when you are no longer bound by the false standards that have held you back, you will discover a freedom unlike any other, a freedom to live life on your own terms. It's easy to get lost in the noise of external influences, the opinions of others, the pressure to be something you're not, the desire to meet everyone's expectations. It's all around us. But when you step back and pause, when you choose to listen to your own inner voice instead of the chorus of societal demands, you begin to see the world with new eyes. You begin to see yourself with new eyes, and you realize that your worth was never dependent on anyone else's approval. It was always yours to define. As you embark on this journey, remind yourself that it's okay to let go of the expectations that do not serve you. It's okay to step into your own power and choose a life that aligns with your values, your passions, and your authentic self. The moment you stop allowing external forces to dictate your worth is the moment you take back control of your life. True success, real happiness, and genuine fulfillment come from living in alignment with your true self. It comes from the inner peace that arises when you stop chasing after validation from the outside and start living from the inside out. You are not just a reflection of society's expectations. You are a force to be reckoned with, a being capable of achieving greatness, not because of the world's standards, but because of your own. You don't need permission to be the person you're meant to be. You don't need anyone's approval to live the life you're destined to live. When you embrace your authentic self, you unlock the power to change not only your own life, but the world around you. So I urge you to look within. Stop searching for answers outside yourself. Your worth is not defined by society's standards. Is defined by you and you alone. You are more than enough just as you are. Own that truth, live it, and step boldly into the person you are always meant to be. There is a power within you that has been waiting to be unleashed, a voice that has been quietly whispering your truth, urging you to speak up and take action. Yet far too often this voice is drowned out by the noise of society, by the expectations placed upon you, by the fear of judgment or rejection. But here's the truth. The most powerful tool you have at your disposal is your voice. And when you own your voice, you own your life. Throughout history, women have been silenced in many ways. Through societal expectations, cultural norms, and even personal insecurities. Women have been told to remain small, to stay quiet, to fit into roles that were never meant for them. But the time has come to break free from these constraints. The time has come for you to step into your power, to claim your voice, and to speak with conviction. For in your voice lies the ability to shape your destiny and transform your life. The act of speaking up is not just about voicing your opinions or standing up for your rights, though that is certainly part of it. It is about claiming your space in the world, refusing to be hidden in the shadows. It is about rejecting the idea that you must shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. When you find your voice, you are no longer defined by what others think of you, but by the essence of who you truly are. You begin to realize that your opinions matter, your experiences matter, and your truth is worth hearing. But owning your voice doesn't come without challenges. It requires courage. It requires vulnerability. And above all, it requires you to trust yourself. It is easy to look around at the world and wonder if you have anything valuable to say. You may ask yourself, who am I to speak up? Or what difference will my voice make? These doubts are natural, but they are also the very things that keep you from stepping into your true power. The truth is, your voice has the potential to change lives. Not just your own, but the lives of those around you. Your experiences, your ideas, your perspective are unique, and there is someone out there who needs to hear exactly what you have to say. Consider the words of Maya Angelou, who once said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." This statement reflects a deep truth about the human experience. When we keep our thoughts, ideas, and emotions locked inside, we deny the world the opportunity to hear our truth. We also deny ourselves the freedom that comes with expression. It is only when you speak your truth that you begin to experience the liberation that comes with self-acceptance and authenticity. When you hide your voice, you hide your true self. But when you let it flow freely, when you speak with authenticity and conviction, you are finally able to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Speaking up is also a form of self-respect. It is a declaration that your thoughts, feelings, and ideas are worth expressing. When you silence yourself to accommodate others, when you suppress your voice out of fear or doubt, you dishonor yourself. You tell yourself that your opinions and experiences are not valid, that you do not matter. But you do matter. Your voice matters. Your story matters. And when you embrace that truth, when you allow yourself to speak freely and confidently, you begin to change the narrative of your own life. It's important to remember that owning your voice is not about being loud or overpowering others. It is not about trying to dominate conversations or always being the center of attention. It is about being true to yourself, about speaking with clarity, integrity, and authenticity. It is about finding the courage to speak up, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels like the world might not agree with you. It is about understanding that your voice is yours alone to claim, and you have every right to use it to express yourself. The power of owning your voice is that it allows you to break free from the chains of external validation. So much of our lives are spent trying to fit into molds created by others, whether it's trying to meet the expectations of family, friends, or society at large. We are conditioned to believe that our worth comes from how we are perceived by others. But the truth is, your worth is not dependent on external approval. Your worth is inherent. It comes from the fact that you exist, that you have a unique perspective, and that your voice carries the potential to create change. One of the greatest obstacles to owning your voice is the fear of judgment. We fear what others will think of us, how they will respond, or whether they will accept us for who we are. This fear can be paralyzing. But if you allow this fear to control you, if you allow it to dictate when and how you speak, you will forever remain stuck in the background. You will never experience the freedom that comes with speaking your truth. The moment you decide to speak regardless of fear, you will discover a new level of courage and confidence within yourself. The words we speak have the power to shape the world around us. Think about the individuals who have changed history with their voices. Martin Luther King Jr., Malala Yousafzai, Rosa Parks. These individuals did not remain silent in the face of adversity. They spoke up, and in doing so, they changed the course of history. Their voices, though often met with resistance and opposition, became the catalysts for change. They proved that one voice can make a difference, and so can yours. It is not enough to simply have a voice. You must be willing to use it. You must be willing to stand up for what you believe in, to speak out against injustice, to share your truth even when it is uncomfortable. The world needs your voice now more than ever. There are people out there who are waiting for you to speak, to share your experiences, to offer your perspective. You never know who might be listening, who might be inspired, or who might be moved by your words. One of the most beautiful aspects of owning your voice is that it empowers others to do the same. When you speak up, you give others permission to speak up as well. When you are unapologetic about who you are and what you believe in, you inspire others to embrace their own truth. As you own your voice, you not only change your own life, but the lives of those around you. You become a beacon of courage, strength, and authenticity, showing others that they too can find their voice and speak it without fear.